Hey puddins, what is up? Today's video is going to be a cooking video, which I haven't done in a long time, and that is going to be my infamous Oreo balls. So if you want to learn how to make them, then keep on watching. And it's only easy. There's 3 ingredients, and so here we go. So here are the ingredients. You just need a pack of Oreos. It doesn't matter what flavor, just as long as they're Oreos, because you will be squashing them. And then you want to get an 8-ounce thing of cream cheese. I usually get the ones that are already in a block. And then whatever chocolate you are using for these balls. Okay, so first you want to grab you a pack of Oreos. Yes, that's simple. It doesn't matter what kind. You can do these, which are just like winter and they're just red. You can do red velvet. You can do mint. You can even do, if you're plain Jane, you can even do the white ones. And what you want to do is you want to grab you a bag. I prefer gallon bags, but I didn't have one. So I just opted for these quart size ones, and you just want to smush the crap out of them. Then afterwards, you can continue with a blender or a food processor or whatever you have in your kitchen. So I'm going to get to blending and chopping these bitches up, and yeah. Alright, so now that you've like literally blended all of your Oreos together, you want to make sure that it's in a consistency kind of like sand, if that makes sense. So it's very fine and crumble, you know, it's just basically the Oreo crumbs, basically. Make sure that when you get to the point where, I'll show you what mine looks like here in a minute, but when you get to the point where, you know, you've gotten kind of a really nice consistency like that, then, you know, so let me show you. So this is what the consistency is. Like I said, it's almost kind of like dirt or sand in a way, where it's just very fine and, you know, loose. So now you want to take your 8-ounce block of cream cheese. You want to make sure that you leave it at room temperature. And what I have done is I basically just, when I got from the grocery store, I left it out for a few hours. That way when I'm going to mix it now like this, it's going to be easier of a consistency. So here she goes. Okay, and I chose to do the low fat route as far as cream cheese, but you can use any kind of cream cheese as long as it's 8 ounces of it, which I always just normally get the 8-ounce block of cream cheese. And you just want to put that in with your mixture. There's your stuff, and you just want to start mixing it. Let me show you. Just start mixing it until it's almost kind of like a consistency of wet sand. You might have to use a mixer for this if you have one. I personally don't, so I'm going to have to do this by hand. So here's the outcome of it. This is what you will be trying to achieve, is something along the lines, it will kind of clump up together in one big blob, so don't worry about it. Alright, so now I'm going to kind of talk y'all into how to make the actual ball part. So, grab you a pan. Not hard. If you want to, you can grease her down a little bit, or you can lay parchment paper along your tray. I'm just going to do a little bit of this olive oil cooking spray that I got from my local grocery. Grab yourself a teaspoon, or you can make them as big as you want, but I make them teaspoon size because I like, you know what I mean? I like for each one. So about that much. And you're just going to put it in your hand and roll it up into a ball. And then you're going to sit it on your pan. And once you've filled up the entire pan, then you're going to put it in the refrigerator for anywhere between an hour to 2 hours. And if you want it faster, put it in the freezer for 30 minutes. Okay, so now you want to take a bag of your chocolate, whether you want white chocolate or dark chocolate or semi-sweet or regular milk chocolate, and you want to put it in a double boiler. Like if you have a pot in another pot, you know, you do it that way. And then if you actually have one of those really special ones, you know what I mean, then do that. And you just want to melt it. So let me show you what I'm talking about. See what I'm talking about? This is what it should look like after it's completely melted. It should be a nice, smooth, melted chocolate. Duh. And now you're ready to dip. This is what they'll look like after you've coated them in your chocolate. If you want to get fancy, you can drizzle regular chocolate or, you know, the opposite chocolate, you know, color to make it nice and fancy. But I don't know. I might just leave them like they are. They're cute.